Alright, we're going to do natural vacuuming with the Dyson dc25. I was just having some fun with this thing last night while I was on the phone with someone, and I did a hard floor test with it, so there's like a bunch of carpet powder. This thing actually did surprisingly well on the hard floor test, and I'm pretty impressed, actually. On carpets, I would have to say it's probably not as good in terms of carpet performance. But yeah. We also tested out my Ultima on hard floors, and if you have the brush roll in, it actually did okay. It spit a little bit back, but nowhere near as much as I was expecting. And yeah, but one thing I'm noticing lately is this here does not seem to be seating properly. This is something I'm noticing. So I'm gonna figure that out, see what's going on there. Because this side doesn't screw down, but I mean, even if it pushed down, it doesn't stop doing that. So something's not seating properly, although both edges are flush. So this thing is, I think it's as far down as it can go. Oh, well, if you pull that thing up a little bit, it's fine. So I don't know, because this is the original hood, because I wanted the original logoing, and I have the replacement hood, but it said like True Clean. It was for a different model of Eureka, but still fit. And it has the True Clean chassis on it right now, same exact chassis. But the Ultima hood appeared to fit on this chassis, and it apparently does. So yeah, I don't know. This thing's gonna get completely torn down and clean. I did that once when I first got it, but I have used it quite a bit since then. And especially after doing that carpet powder test last night, it probably would appreciate it. I doubt any got to the motor. It wasn't that much. But that's what it picked up during that test, which isn't bad. And this thing I also tested, and me and Dylan were both pretty surprised by how well it did. Well, he wasn't, but I was, and I was very surprised by how good the DC25 did. And yet again, he was not very fazed by it, but you know. I love this DC25. Probably one of my favorite machines. Probably one of the coolest, or probably one of the most popular Dysons, honestly. A lot of people own these, depending on where you go. They're kind of everywhere. Still, because they were well built, you can still find them. I mean, the build quality, like, in terms of just how it feels like a piece of junk. But for some reason, they just don't break. The only thing broken on this is this latch. That's why there's tape there. And I can't use this because the tape can only be taken off and put back on so many times. But I will eventually probably fix all of this. It needs some rewiring right there. I just have it kind of crappily done for the time being. But, you know, it works. It doesn't sound like it's low on power or anything. It sounds like a DC25, so, you know. Now, for the price at the time, do I think it could have been a little bit of a better machine? Yes, for sure. But do I think it's a good machine? Yes, I just think it should have been a little bit cheaper. Because I do think these were a little bit too pricey for what they were. You know, they're a little bit too flimsy to be worth what they were charging. But, you know, on like Sharks, you know, these lower hoses don't seem to break. All of this stuff stays in one piece. The ball works as it should. Matter of fact, on these ball machines, the ball is one of the things. It's on the newer ball machines that, you know, aren't even balls, really. They're just these little circular things on the sides that spin. This is actually a ball. And these older balls didn't seem to break. I've seen it on the newer balls where the two pieces on the side get very bendy and they'll start to fold into the centerpiece and then it starts to squeak and get hard to push. I've seen that, but on these I haven't really seen much ball. All you can hear on this one is the cog, on the big cog on this side. There's a small and a big cog, and both of them are pretty, let's just say, dry. But I didn't feel like popping apart two plastic bearings to grease them, so. So I can't do the complete deep clean test on this, but right here is where I've done all of my deep clean tests. So this, right here. So what we'll do real quick is just, I'm not going to do weight results like I have for the other ones, because I don't have a scale currently. But we will go ahead and use the same carpet powder that I always used, put about the same amount. I'm not going to do an exact measurement, but I kind of have an idea of how much I used. And that's about all I used. Now you can obviously see that there is indeed carpet powder here. You know, I should actually put a little bit more so that we can see how much it leaves. Because what we're going to do is just kind of do a visual check and see how much it can't pick up. And I have a feeling it's going to do really bad. Like, I'm really bad. There we go. So, obviously, rub it in a little bit. If you look in there, you can clearly see all the carpet powder down in there. So I can already see quite a bit of carpet powder that it didn't pick up. But if you go deep down, wow. I am not seeing anything deep down. But I am seeing stuff just like that it kind of left on the top surface. But what we'll do, let's see, what's a machine that I own that I know for a fact will get anything that this left? It would be my MV22, which is, or not MV22, MV60, that's kind of in disarray currently. What's a good deep cleaning machine that I have? I'll go get it. We're gonna put the DC25 back in its resting place here, because it needs a cleaning now. It's one of those machines that I don't like using carpet powder with, so it's gonna need it now. I have two NV60s. I don't know if I've mentioned that or not. This is my new one that I'm trying to get this one finished first. That's the one that I've had for a while now. That's the base of my Hoover, which, leave down in the comments below. What do you think my next daily driver should be? Bissell Multi-Clean, a Shark Vertex, or a Dyson Ball Animal 2. Of those three, leave in the comments, and I'll most likely end up getting whatever one gets the most comments. So, yeah. Because I'm learning slowly but surely. These newer Hoovers, I do like them still, but there's a lot of weak points, and the biggest one is these clear bases, and I don't like calling Hoover and being like, send me a new machine. I've done enough of that. But this right here is broken. I glued it, and for now it'll work, but it's still kind of hideous. Same thing broke on this one, but it was more broken than this, so I had to just rip it all out and then glue this chunk back in. Hopefully this one I can salvage. I had another one of this same exact machine, and I gave that to a friend because they were in need of a vacuum, and I didn't need another one. I wasn't going to give them my used one, which it would probably be in better condition if I didn't abuse the hell out of it, and I probably wouldn't be complaining about it as much if I used it like a normal human being. But right from the get-go, I was just noticing things were starting to wear out, like on the handle here, the rubber's peeling, other stuff. Obviously, it's my basically daily driver, so I put some DeWalt stickers on here, because I was using it as my main machine. So yeah, basically, the poor thing is just in need of clean. My original clean view, I rewired the whole thing, and it's got a switch right here now, so it's not bad. This is the bin for my MV22, which that's in the room that we were just in. This is the original DC25 motor. With my NV60 bins, I need to detail them and make them look nicer. This is the HEPA filter off my Power Max pet. I used it on sheetrock dust, and I have been since basically the second month of ownership. The thing was getting abused as hell. So, but it's a cheap machine. It's like $140, and that is considered a budget machine. And if I If I wasn't leaving it up to you guys, I would probably get another one, honestly. I would get another one of these Power Max pets, even with the risk of this one thing breaking. But I just like them. They're a nice, pretty sturdy machine. I mean, you to a certain degree. I mean, you can actually see the base flexing as I do that. But Hoover's not even in the daily driver list. It's either Bissell Pop Multi-Clean, because people seem to love those things. They seem to be decent. A Dyson Ball Animal 2, or a Shark Vertex. I'm leaving it up to you guys. So, I'm leaning towards the Vertex, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys, whatever you guys want to see me get for my daily driver, because that's what you're going to see the most, is the daily driver, because all I really do is vacuuming videos. And either way, in the comment section below as well, let me know what you guys want to see. What type of video you want to see. You know, the main reason you never see these vacuums is because I don't know what to do with all of them. I like them all, that's why they're still here, and I like collecting them, but goddamn, what do you guys want to see? Half these machines you guys probably forgot about. This Eureka Lightspeed, that thing's like an OG to the channel. My old channel it is anyways. That M-Power, that's one of my coolest machines I own, honestly. And I do like it. That's kind of why it doesn't get used. You can see it's clean as can be. I got the 6583, which I do have some adjustment wheels for. So I need to get those on there, and it'll be a more functional machine after that. Got my childhood Easy Vac. Have my blue Easy Vac right here that almost looks brand new now. I do need to clean this hose a little bit better though, I think. Probably end up doing that. My Smart Vac, you don't see that much anymore because, well, no one asks. This puppy, this is a Eureka Airspeed, which I think is pretty clean right now still, because I barely used it since I got it. Yeah, there's some pet hair in there. It does good on pet hair. I believe it is the pet model, so. Didn't have any of the attachments, even though they were pictured in the listing. My Hoover Wind Tunnel V2, which I have this bag thing for it, so I slam that in there and it turns into a bag vacuum. And the bagless, it's right over there for if I want to use it as a bagless. But Wizard, that's his channel name, gave this to me when I bought the 6594 off of him, and he sent a bunch of other neat stuff, including the whole set of attachments for this Ultravision Turbo. So now that's got a turbo brush, it's got an extension one, and crevice tool, and a dusting brush. And that's what we're about to bring back down with us, because I don't know where my, damn it, where is that thing? I have a book of all of my deep clean tests, and, oh, great. This room is such a fucking mess. There's a head gasket for a lawnmower engine. What the frick? So let's look here. Ultravision Turbo got 50%, which was identical to the Smart Vac. They both got 50, and that's my best score out of all of my machines. The Ultima is the worst at 17. The M-Power is the second worst. The Bissell Power Groom, no matter how big and beefy it is, that only got 21. My Eureka Airspeed, the green ugly thing back there that I was just showing you, that actually got 30, which I was pretty impressed with. Eureka Lightspeed, that yellow $40 machine, brand new, 40 bucks, which is not bad at all. Or 40%. The Bissell CleanView 1 Pass, which you guys cannot see, but it's one of the newer CleanViews with the funky looking handle. You can kind of see it way back there. That got 30. And my Bissell CleanView 2, the one with the green handle back there, that got 35. So, and the Shark MV20 or MV60 got 32%. That was these machines, and that's pretty decent, honestly. For my particular test, since they're done on that gray carpet downstairs, judging by the visual test we just did on the dc25, that thing I need to get a scale, or I need to find where my dad's scale is, because that's what I did all this with, and I can't just randomly switch scales. That's not a thing. So yeah, and I think that's all I've done in terms of deep clean tests. I don't think I've done anything else. So, yeah. The Black & Decker Air Swivel tied the Shark. That's right. The Black & Decker Air Swivel tied the Shark, which I was very impressed with, actually. The Power Speed, my cheap budget Eureka out there. which I love that thing, actually. That's kind of like, I treat that thing with more respect than the Silvers because it's honestly more sturdy. That got 28, so not as good as the airspeed, but that's okay. But yeah, so let me bring the Ultravision Turbo down, and we'll get another visual test of what the DC25 left. Yet again, I need to find my dad's scale, so yeah. But yes, let me know what you guys want. Let me know what you guys want to see. I will be starting to put more ASMR stuff on my Amazon wish list. That is also in the comment section because it won't let me put it in the description for some reason. But the Amazon wish list is in the comment section, if I remember. And yeah, and I will be putting some more ASMR related things in there because it seems like people like my ASMR videos, the few that I've done. I mean, the obnoxious one that I did with the Victory, people like that. So yeah, why am I grabbing this halfway done piece of junk? Let me bring this down and we'll see what the DC25 left behind. God, it smells so strong in here now. Let's empty out this whole freaking... There's not really no point in trying to clean this thing out here. I'm just trying. Okay. I'll just empty it out here. Last time I used this was when I still had my cat, I believe, so that was a while ago. Actually, I know when the last time was I used it. I used it right before I got my dog, so not too long ago, actually, but a while ago. Alright, so let's just get an idea here. This is not a top-of-the-line test since I don't have my scale, but this will still give you an idea of if the DC25 is even somewhat good or somewhat bad. Like I said, this is my best performing machine. It's tied with the Smart Bag, so they're both my best performing machines. They both scored a 50% on the clean test, which was really good for this carpet, actually. So let's get the power button. Oh God! Oh God! Oh, oops! Sorry, bud. That's alright. It's not even gonna hurt it. Yeah, there's not even any dust on there. I just saw it blow a little bit of dust and I'm like, oops! Oh, well. Yeah, the DC25. Yeah, so the DC25 is not a great cleaner. We'll finish it off, yeah, with the filter back in. You can hear this thing agitates amazingly. And, I need to fix this, but they don't make replacement parts for this machine no more, so that's kind of the struggle. It's like a Phantom Fury, this stupid thing. Alright, that's kind of put in there properly. No, it's not. But yeah, when I started, I saw it, like, whoosh, just blow out some dust, and I'm like, oh, crap. But yeah, that's okay. So let's see how much total, just besides, you know, any other dust that I just picked up. Yeah, that's pretty pretty questionable. Now, there was other carpet powder on the floor as well before I vacuumed with the DC25 along with the deep clean test we just did. But that was just a visual deep clean test yet again. And yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in the DC25. Although I'm still curious to see what it'll get on the deep clean test. Just need to find my scale. And yeah, that's okay. Accidentally running it without the filter was not a big deal. I still need to get, I'm gonna tear this thing down to the motor anyways. I've already been planning on that because the bearings do sound a little bit dry in this. The brush roll also needs to be replaced, but it seems to be functioning for the time being, so I haven't really messed with it. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this long ass video, and stay tuned for more. Peace.